All right, we're jumping into a really beautiful and moving Christmas story today. It's all about one man's journey through grief and how a little bit of magic and a mysterious mailbag helps him find his way back. It's a story about healing and about all the things we wish we could say.
And really, the entire story hangs on this one single idea. The letters we most fear to read often contain the very words that can set us free. It's this powerful reminder that sometimes the only way forward is to face the things we've locked away.
So, let's start by meeting our protagonist. He's a man who has completely sealed himself off from the world, all because of a loss he just can't seem to get past. This is Sam Delaney. And yeah, he's a postman. But that's not really who he is anymore. He's defined by what he's lost. He's a widower, a pretty serious curmudgeon, and he goes out of his way to avoid anything that even hints at Christmas joy. I mean, look at the difference here. It's night and day. Before his wife Margaret passed away unexpectedly, Sam loved Christmas. The smells, the lights, being with people, it was his thing. But after, the story says his spirit became as cold as winter pavement. He completely shut down.
But of course, that's all about to change. Sam gets pulled into a very strange, very reluctant assignment on Christmas Eve that will turn his whole world upside down.
And you can just hear him grumbling this, right? When his supervisor gives him this special heavy lever bag for a midnight shift, he's not having it. Who sends letters at midnight? He's just annoyed, confused, and wants to be left alone.
So he looks inside this bag, and right away he knows something is off. These aren't just late Christmas cards. The paper is old and yellowed, the ink is faded, and the handwriting looks like it's from a totally different era. And then he sees the return addresses. They're all from people in town who died years ago.
And you just feel the power of this on his very first delivery. He hands the letter to an elderly widow, Mrs. Abernathy, and she just stares at it and whispers, "It's his, my George, his handwriting." Her husband had been gone for 10 years.
And this just keeps happening. All through the snowy streets of Hollyridge. A son gets an apology from his father. A daughter hears how proud her mother was. Sam is basically delivering closure, letting old wounds finally heal, like frost melting in the sun.
And as he's witnessing all this healing, something starts to happen to Sam himself. He's just the messenger, right? But these messages, they're starting to crack through that fortress he's built around his own heart. The frost is definitely beginning to thaw.
So, as the night gets deeper and the mailbag gets lighter, the most important delivery of all is still to come. And this one, well, this one isn't for anyone else on his road. After this whole incredible, impossible night, he reaches into the bag and finds just one single letter left. This is it. This is the moment the whole story has been building towards. He looks at it, and there's no return address. It just says his name, Sam. And you can imagine, in that instant, his heart just stops. The messenger has just become the recipient. His hands are shaking, but he opens it. And of course, it's the delicate handwriting of his late wife, Margaret. And she says the exact thing he needed to hear. A gentle, loving plea for him to stop hiding from life, to open the door to his heart again. While he's reading, this mysterious stranger in a red coat appears, pretty much confirming the magic of the whole night. He tells Sam that some letters are just too important for regular mail. And then he gives him this last piece of advice, turning Sam's mission inward.
So, this all builds to Sam's final and most personal delivery of the night. His journey isn't quite over just yet.
And here's where it all comes together. He doesn't just read the letter and go home. He takes that hope and he acts on it. He stands there in the snow, clutches that letter, and then he starts walking. Not to his empty house, but to his daughter Eliza's house, the daughter he'd pushed away with his grief. And this leads to this beautiful, perfect ending. His daughter opens the door, and she just pulls him inside. And in that one embrace, years of pain and distance just melt away. The healing that he delivered to everyone else has finally come home to him. And so, the story leaves us with this final thought, a question for all of us, really. It's a reminder that maybe we're all carrying important messages, words of hope, forgiveness, and love, just waiting to be delivered.